everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions would love nothing more than to finish out today's game with a second notch in that win column. It's the Packers going up against the Lions.
All right, Larry, first opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Got some room at the 30. And he's brought down after a good gain. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
So much of this game is still mental, still psychological. Yeah, we just saw a big-time run right there, but you have to believe he was dreaming about this last night in his hotel room before this one, thinking, hey, first time I touch it, let's go for some big yardage and set a tone. That's exactly what he got done.
They go play action here on first down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. If they want to try that again, go play action and hit them over the top.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. First carry for Thomas Rawls. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And Rudolph has it left side. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Rodgers throwing on second down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he goes out of bounds inside the 10 at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, he'll have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Now a handoff looking right. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. So the D-line's going to spread out. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And his kick is good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is knocked down from the side. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Second down and 4.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Hurry up, here we go. No, check. Patriot.
first down. He'll drop to throw. It's complete. Abdullah. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll look to throw here. And he connects with Ebron. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
the speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
On first down, Abdullah. And some space here. And a solid run down inside the 30. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. The play fake. He'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nick Perry. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out. And a 5-yard penalty. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Here we go now. Detroit!
They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
They set up the screen to Rawls. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And now here's a carry heading left. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Rodgers will try again on second down. And that'll be incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
On the return, it's Tate. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Lions will take over. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll look to throw now on first down. To the right side to Eric Ebron. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
This is a screen to Abdullah. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Only 3 there on the screen. It's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
A second down run for Abdullah. Amir Abdullah. Touchdown, Detroit. Amir Abdullah. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are in for 6.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it at second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Drops it underneath for Walls. That one goes for 24 yards.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
First down, Rodgers. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Here we go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He completes it to Abdullah. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
Here we go.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
All right, now look at 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now a play fake. Rodgers lets it fly deep for Cobb. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. Third down here. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Packers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
319.
First carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Around the NFL, they're into the second quarter of the Meadowlands. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Hurry up, here we go. Gun.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a second down. Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll set up a throw, and that's incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. The Lions on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Now let's go. 319.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll drop to throw. Flush to his... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught at the 10. And he's going to be marked down deep in Detroit territory. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 62 yards. And from the 9-yard line now, it's 1st and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
Another stop on 3rd down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And to give this time to the tailback. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And instead of having a one-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And tough starting field position here. And they begin the drive with Abdullah. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down.
All right, here we go. Blue Liners! Blue Liners!
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Ebron caught left side. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Detroit! Here we go. 3-19!
They'll look to throw. It's complete. Abdullah. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Strickland. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And ready now for 2nd and 9.
All right, here we go. 3-19!
On play action, they'll throw. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And down he'll go at the 25. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Not much happening there on first down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Second down following the run. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
On third and long, it's Rodgers. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Rodgers to Cobb. Good for a Green Bay first. Rodgers now on first down. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. Now they try the right side here. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line. And they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. They got to have 6 here. It's third and goal. To throw, it's Rodgers. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a fourth down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And his kick is indeed good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3-and-out.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So here come the Lions now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
handoff to Abdullah. And, oh, a good hit there and knocked down hard right at the line of scrimmage. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
All right, here we go.
They'll run here. Abdullah. Oh, he's got Amir Abdullah. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Amir Abdullah with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Lions add on to their lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, pick up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Able to get there and pick it.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They start on the ground with Goldman. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. The Lions on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Pulled in at the 24. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Elsewhere, 4th quarter score now from Baltimore. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. William Hayes in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Rodgers to throw on second down. He's got him in, complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 42 yards. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Detroit, it's a nice win to finish off what's been an ugly first half as they move to 2-6. They will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.
I stay myself, I never change, yeah. Do whatever, get you paid, yeah.
Cause, but I still low. Got 100 different people in my cell phone. Still 33 for low. Ride to my dog sitting in jail. It's that ladder on the grass, bend it back, roll. I'm on Keller, I'm on Gresham, I'm on Black Shore. I'm at Magic, I'm at Follies, let them go. Then it's right back to the when I'm low. Bars never close and we wide open. Kicking flavor with me, neighbor, yeah, we local. Rap the bottom, cause the bottom where we come from. Me no pray for little paper, need a lump sum. Real spill, yeah, oh